Honor, I think this coat might be worth looking at. Oh, it's a pretty odd size. Gross. It's really sticky. Perhaps you should smell it, to see if it can be identified. Is this really what my life has come to? Sniffing sticky things on crime scenes? Oh wow. Yeah, that's aniseed. It must be sambuca from the bottle we found outside. Likely. What can I get you, dear? Oh right, I went into bartender mode for a second there. When we were talking earlier, you mentioned something about Ross, the one mentioned in Oliver's diary. Oh yes, right. Well, I was hoping not to bring her into this, but Ross Moses is one of our regular performers here. She runs a couple of nights a week. She and Oliver, they knew each other. How did Ross and Oliver know each other? Like I said, Ross runs quite a few nights here and Oliver was a regular. One of the last entries in Oliver's diary reads, "She doesn't understand me. Despite everything she hid from me, I'm the one that's ended up in the cold." Well, they always seem to get on fine. I'd often see Oliver talking to her at the end of the night. But then a few nights ago they had a huge argument. Things turned nasty and Ross threw Oliver out. Made me ban him from the premises. Every night since then Oliver's been outside, completely bladdered, as Casey might say. What does bladder? It means he was drunk. Very drunk. He begged to be let in, but what's the use of barring someone if you reverse it immediately? So he just stayed out there shouting and screaming at everyone. It wasn't great for business, but like I said, he was a troubled soul. Had he been sleeping out there too? I don't think so. He's certainly never been around in the daytime. Why do you ask? His belongings were in bags outside his apartment, so it looks like he'd been evicted from his residence. Might also explain why he was in front of the club this morning. Was he outside when you left the club last night? Not that I saw, but I lock everything from inside and then leave from the back door, so I wouldn't have seen him if he was there. Do you know where Ross is right now? On her way here. The detective of yours asked me to ring her, but turns out she was on her way here anyway. How interesting. Any ETA? Ross comes when she comes. She's kind of a free spirit. Alright. Coat. Fran, is this coat yours? No, I think that's... What do you think you're doing with my coat, huh? No, I was just... Ha ha ha. Cool your jets. I was only pulling your leg. Well, I'll be. Sure did a number on the front, didn't they? You all okay, Fran? I'm fine. If a little shaken. When I find who did this, I'll make them wish they'd never left their mama's pouch. Honor, this is Ross Moses, the queen we were talking about. I knew it. I knew my ears were burning. Well, pleasure to meet you. Say, you look awfully familiar. Well, I got it. I saw you in Slab Life, right? I haven't missed an issue for 10 years. Probably. I don't pay much attention to that stuff. Didn't you say that Celeb Life was garbage for people that don't have lives themselves? Scout. What did that little rust bucket say to me? Anyway. Could I have a quick word? I don't really want to speak to her. Wait, can I? Do I have new conversation? No, okay. Can I present some more evidence? Okay, no. Well now, what can I do for you? You work here, right? Couple of nights a week, yeah. Some nights I perform, some nights I host, but either way, it's full on Ross Moses. Full on is apt. You mean the look? Yeah, that's the point. One of the regulars once described my look as like a punch in the face personified, and he was one of the few I hadn't actually punched. Honor, she scares me. Me too. How do you know the victim? What? Who's the victim? His name was Oliver Laura. What? No! I hear you had a disagreement with him a few days ago. It sure was a mess, yeah. To be honest, I don't really know how it happened, but... What was it about? Well, he was working a lot of stuff out, you know? A lot of people here are, in the beginning at least. He came from a very strict background. Christian, Catholic, something that began with C. Had a lot of repressed shame, so probably Catholic. His parents kicked him out, and then, well, he came here. I think he was looking for his tribe. How did you end up in an argument? Well, he told me he liked drag queens. He thought he was gay, but there was something about drag queens tickled his pickle, I guess. Happens more than you'd think. Then a few days back, he told me that he liked me. Liked me. I was flattered, of course, but... Well, I had to tell him that I'm not a dude, and that's when things went south. Wait, you're a woman? Anyway, that made poor Ollie even more confused. I took it the wrong way and thought he was turning me down, which made me see red, and I hit him. Would you mind explaining to me why Ollie was banned and not her? Fran thought he'd hit me, so she barred him. We have a very strict policy of any kind of violence or threatening behavior here. Jesus Christ, I hate her more by the second. Well, from the customers at least. I was gonna get him unbarred when it all calmed down, but I didn't get a chance. I hope you don't mind, but I'd just like to make sure I have this totally straight. You're a drag queen, but you're a woman? Sure I am. I'm what some call a bio queen, which just means I came out my mama's hidey hole with all the female equipment. Wow, I just assumed all drag queens were men. How did you end up doing this? I came to LA expecting to find my fortune in Hollywood. Of course because I was wet behind the ears then. Thought that'd actually be parts for someone that looks like me, didn't I? When the truth sank in, I figured I'd get into comedy. That morphed into performance, which became what you see now. I never really felt much at home with female gender stereotypes, so Ross is my way of taking them to the extreme. Kind of giving you everything at once, you know? Do you get much work? Most of the gay clubs won't hire me because I'm not a guy. It seems hyperfemininity is just for the boys. Who'd have thought it, huh? Fran's been good to me, though. She knew I could entertain a crowd, and that was all she cared about. Could you tell me about your whereabouts last night? Sure. I was working here until 11:30 p.m. Then I went straight home. Did you see Oliver on your way out? Uh-huh. No, can't say I did. Only Fran mentioned that he was outside the club most nights recently, and obviously he was there when you... Oh, yeah, I saw him out there a couple of times this week. He wasn't always there, you know? He'd come and go, but yeah, he wasn't there when I left last night. Any evidence? You're planning on letting me have that back at any point? We detected a large stain on this coat, most likely Sambuca. And? So what? We found this broken glass outside. Oh, probably from a beer bottle or something, right? People are always dropping stuff out there. Smells like Sambuca to me. Oh, what are you? Some kind of dog? I'm not sure what all this is about. I didn't even see Oliver last night. You might want to reconsider that statement. Why's that, darling? Because I think you did see him. Oh yeah? What makes you think that? The coat and the broken bottle. We found this bottle smashed outside near the crash site. It's pretty clear that it's a bottle of Sambuca. And? Well, we know that was Ollie's favorite drink. We also know that this coat is yours and that it's covered in Sambuca. Well, what are you trying to insinuate, huh? Why did you come out and say it? Come on, Ross. No good can come from hiding the truth. Okay, fine. So maybe I did see Ollie last night. When I was leaving, he was out there. He came at me, yelling about how he'd lost everything. His home and now his friends too, and... That's when he spilled the Sambuca on me, and I saw red. Well, I might have swung my bag at him once, or twice, or... Why didn't you tell us this earlier? Because it makes me look bad. Well, rightfully so. And it's totally unrelated to the crash. Besides, you ain't even a police officer.
No, she's not. But I am.
What?
I want to talk to you. Get a proper statement, and we'll do it at the station. Given that you've lied to us already, I don't trust you not to tamper with evidence.
But I...
Good work with that inconsistency, Honor.
I helped too.
Listen, while I'm handling this, there's something else I want you to take a look at.
Please don't tell me this is more busy work.
Okay, more busy work. Alright, 209, that's 12, that's 3, that's the same style we've had before. 7 over here, that's a bit too far. 3, wait, is that? Yeah. 2 and a 1. Alright, what else can I do? 3, 7, 2. That is 10, 12, 14, okay. 7, oops, and the 2 there. 6, 4, 2, that can't be here, 4 here, 3 there. How much is that already? That's 8. Okay, so these 2 are gone. So that 2 is here. That also means that 4 is here, that 3 is there. And that 4 is in here somewhere, that's 7, 3 there. Put these here. That 4, so this can't be it. So this can't be it. Then have a 2 and a 6, so that's 9. So we can put those 5 here. We could put the 2 here. So that's a 1. So that's not it. And that should be it done. There you go. 5 here. 3 here. 4, 3, 4. That's a 1. 4 goes here, the 1 goes there. That's 2 done. That's the 2 here. That's the 3. That's the 4. That's the 6. That's the 1. That's the 4. 3 in here. 4 here. 3 goes there, that's another 3. That's a 1, so the 5 goes here, that's blank, the 4 goes here. The 4 here, this 4, this 4. 2 here, that's blank. 3 here, that's all blank. That's a 2 here. 4 can't be here, so the 4 has to be here, so the 2 can't be here. Where do I go from here? If there's a 1 anywhere in here, the 3 can't be, so the 3 has to be down here. Means the 5 is there, this 2 is there, 3 is there, these are blank. What do I do here? That's a 2. That's a 1, that's a 2, that's the 2, so the 2 goes here. That is all blank. That's the 6. So these are all blank. What about this? That's the 1. That's a 1, so there's a 2 in here. There's just 1 here. 2, 2, there you go. What do we do with that? There's the 2 here, so these are all blank. Wait, if there was a 1 here, then I could be part of the 3. Unlikely, but not impossible. What do I do next? There's a 4 here, so that goes in here, that goes there, that goes there, that goes here. So if that's a 1, that's also a 1. That's a 1. So that's a 1. That goes here. Well, it's a 4, so it obviously has to fill these out. That's a 3, that's a 1, that's the 2, so that's blank. 1 has to go here, so that's part of the 3, so these are blank. That puts the 2 here, that puts the 2 here, that puts these blank, that means this is blank, that means the 4 is here, that means this and this is blank. That means this is blank, that means this is filled out, that means this is blank, that's filled out, that's filled out, that's filled out, and there we go. I think this, what is that, a magazine of some kind, an awards photo? Well, a bit less close. I think that was the fastest I've solved the puzzle in quite a while. Are we? Yep. Up rank to a D.
Wait, what? How on earth do you have this?
You recognize it?
This is a photo of the Miss Terry cast and crew at the Starshine Awards the year we won Best New Show, but...
It looks like Blake's face has been circled. We found it in Frank Pritchard's Tully's apartment. I'm convinced there was more to his death, so I've been investigating on the side.
But that doesn't make any sense. Casey took this photo. He used my camera. And when I got it developed, I gave it to Mum. That's the only copy.
So if Sharon had it, how did it end up in Frank's apartment? Guess the best place to get that answer is straight from the horse's mouth. Don't tell I called her that, okay?
Fitting. A new mystery. Let's head back to your apartment. We could always just move somewhere else and never go back. How attached are you to that apartment anyway? Fine, let's go see Mum.
Do we really have to? Is there anything we can talk to with Casey about? Wow, so much drama and it's not even midday.
Thanks for sticking up for me earlier, Casey. I hope you don't mind that I told you to stand down.
I get it, but... You know, one day, I hope you really let me off the leash with him. I've been storing up a lot of things I want to say to that slimy knuckle dragger.
Trust me, I know the feeling. We'll get our chance someday.
I can't believe he had the audacity to rig the Starshine Awards just to get back at you. What a weapons-grade wanker. Yeah, undebatable.
What's your take on all this? Do you think Ross did it?
I mean, the girl's got more issues than variety. I like her, but I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of her. But do I think she'd drive a giant pride parade float into someone? No. She's more reactive than that. She just punched him into a fine pate instead.
Pate? How refined.
It's not refined, you're just American. Anyway, she's clearly a person of interest. She knew a lot about Ollie, especially his recent mental state. Could be important.
What are your plans now? You thinking of sticking around?
Yeah, I want to see if there's anything I can do to help Fran. Sorting all of this out is going to be quite the ball ache. I'm still feeling guilty for not being around as much anyway, so this feels like a good opportunity to make amends. Any evidence? Oh, I took this picture, didn't I?
Indeed you did. Feels like a whole lifetime ago, doesn't it?
What's got you all sentimental, huh?
Detective Cross gave it to me. Said they found it in Frank Pritchell's apartment.
Frank Pritchell? Who's that?
Remember the guy who pretended to be the handyman, Tully?
Oh yeah, but wait, why did he have it?
That's what I'm going to find out. Ryan bought me this laptop. He wants me to join Blackstock Holdings.
What the hell? You work for him? You can't possibly be thinking of...
I haven't seen you this lost for words since we saw Bette Midler in line at the drugstore.
She's an icon, a deity. Why doesn't she have someone to do that for her? Never mind that. You know what he's doing, don't you? He wants to wriggle back in. Uses weird Jedi mind tricks on you.
Calm down, Casey. I'm not going to take it.
Ugh, thank God. Don't scare me like that. Okay, nope. Nope, okay. That's probably about it then. Alright. Checking out everything. I have to see, okay. Don't want to miss out on the S again. On the S rank. Calm down, have we?
Mum?
Well, are you ready to be civil?
I really need to get that key back from you.
Oh, my dead body.
Don't tempt me. Well, what was so urgent that you had to come down to the club and talk to me?
You know exactly what it is. You're doing this detective stuff again.
I'm good at it. You know that Scout and I worked out who killed Dick Stanford.
I didn't say you wouldn't be good at it. If anything, that's what I'm worried about.
Look, you said your piece, Mum. You're scared, I get it. I don't take pleasure in causing you stress, despite what you might think. But I can't. I can't hold myself back because of you. I'm good at this. I enjoy it. Even Detective Cross has come around.
But what if you die?
What's the point in being so scared of dying that you don't ever live?
Oh,
how very poetic. That doesn't change anything.
Was there anything else, or was that it?
Don't think this is over, Honor. I can't let you make the same mistakes your father did. God knows he had his faults, but...
I think the answer to my question was no, there's nothing else.
Alright. What about the laptop first? No. Okay.
What are you showing me that for?
Mom, don't you remember? This is the photo I gave you from when we won a Starshine last year.
I remember, but why do you have it?
The real question is, Mom, why don't you have it? I gave you this photo for a reason, because I thought it might finally make you proud to see me successful. Should have realized I was trying to get blood out of a stone.
Oh, Honor, stop being so dramatic. Just because I don't agree with most of your decisions doesn't mean I'm not proud of you. Always have been.
You are? Wait, I definitely want to talk more about this, but I need to know how this photo ended up where it did.
This one? I think I gave it to Ryan.
And the circle closes.
You... what?
Oh, don't start all that again. It was during the divorce. I met with him, hoping you two could sort everything out. I showed him the photo to remind him how happy you could be. I wanted him to try. He asked if he could have it, and, well, I thought if it might help, why not?
So if Ryan had this photo, how did it end up at Frank's?
Honor, I think I've made a connection. Seduce Blake. Ryan hired Frank to kill Blake.
What? No, Ryan wouldn't.
But Blake is clearly circled in this photo.
Wait a second, I think you're nearly right. But remember that recording from inside Blake's office? Frank didn't go there with the intention of killing Blake. Blake tried to call the cops and then he got killed in the struggle afterwards.
Oh yeah, that did happen, didn't it?
That is correct. Let me amend my theory. Ryan hired Frank to blackmail Blake.
What makes you think that, Scout?
Remember when we hacked into the police fingerprint files? They showed that Frank worked for a private security firm called Leaf Security. Blake has been circled in the photo. Given your mother's testimony, it doesn't make sense why she would have done so before handing it to Ryan. Therefore, we can assume that Ryan wanted to target Blake for something and went to Leaf in order to do so.
Doing his own dirty work was never something Ryan was interested in. But why? Why would he hire someone to blackmail Blake?
Good question. Here's my theory.
To get you fired.
Because he wanted to get you fired. Remember the Polaroids we found in Blake's office? They proved that someone tried to get you fired.
That bastard.
You said that Ryan was very controlling. This could have been his attempt to continue controlling you even after your divorce.
I think it's time to set a little trap for my ex-husband.
Go on.
Hey, Ryan, I thought about your offer and... well, there's just one thing I want to check with you before I accept. Could you come by the club again at 2 p.m? Great, see you then. Now to call Detective Cross. Detective, it's Honor. Can you get back to Megalance? What? She's not? Okay, we'll start looking for more evidence until you get back.
Honor, why won't you wait for me?
Sorry, Scout. By the way, I just spoke to Detective Cross. Looks like Ross has an alibi.
So it wasn't her?
Nope, so we need to get looking again.
Sorry, didn't see you there.
Uh-oh.
I don't think they're going to be open today, to be honest.
Huh? Oh no, I'm helping out with the investigation.
Is that so? Oh, well, don't let me stand in your way. Well, who are you?
Sorry, Mr...
I didn't give you my name.
You're right, you didn't. What should I call you then? K.E.?
Is that how you start all conversations? With an insult? You haven't even told me your name.
You're right, my apologies. I'm Honor Misrai. I'm kind of a... well, I guess I'm a private detective-ish. It's not official, but...
And I'm Scout.
Well, Honor Misrai, my name's Chris from Haycall.
Thank you. And what do you do, Mr. Haycall?
I'm in finance.
Right. What brings you to the area today? I was in the neighborhood seeing a client. Not a regular here then?
No offense to your clientele, but this isn't exactly my sort of place.
But you figured you should just stop here anyway?
I'm just taking in the scene. It's not every day you see a shop front destroyed by a giant shoe, is it?
This is a murder scene, Mr. Hakel.
Really? What a surprise. The body over there definitely didn't give it away. Dread to think what this'll do to business. It'll certainly cause a dent.
Is there a reason you're waiting outside here?
I was hoping I might bump into Fran, but I guess she's not around. Probably hiding in her office, drowning her sorrows.
So you know Fran then? I thought you weren't a regular.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, Mr. Misrai, I've entertained this little charade this far, but the novelty is wearing off. Go bother someone else.
Alright. Any evidence we have for him? Probably not yet, no. Alright, let's first off check out the bar. Because there's more to investigate apparently. We might have missed out on that if we didn't go here first. The question is just... oh, there. Somewhere? There. Alright. Oh, low numbers. An 8. That's something. At least there's ones all around. There's a 2 here. Okay, that's a start, I guess. How much is that? That's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there's 2 here. There's a 2 here and there's 2 here, right? 2, blank, 3, or 2, blank, 3. Yep, that's right. There's 3, there's 4, there's 2. Okay. So that's part of the 5. It starts with a 2, so this has to be blank as well. Alright, there's a 5 and a 1. So that gives me something. 1 blank, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 2. These are still all 1s. Wait, how many of them are there? That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so there's 1 blank row in there. Okay, 2 and 5, so that's 8. So these 3? 2 blank 5. Yep. These 3. These are all 1s. 5 has to go for that one as well. This is a 2. So we go up here. That's a 3. That's a 1. That's a 2. That's a 3. That 3 is here. Alright. Where do we go from there? There's a 3 here. Means this is fill out as well. Because it means the 6 can go up here. Most the 3 goes down here. These are blank. So the 5 has to fill out this one as well. Alright, could this be the first 3? How much do we have here? That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It could be, yes. Unfortunately. That's blank. 1, 1, 1. There we go. This is part of the 5. This is part of the 3. It means this can at most 2, 3, 4, 5. This has to be blank. Not very helpful, but just one more space that's filled out. Can't hurt. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are all blank. This is blank anyway. 3, so this has to be blank. 2 to
be filled in here. This has to be blank, so this has to be there. These are all blank. That means the 3 goes here, this 3 goes here. This 3 goes here, this is blank. This 2 goes here, this is blank. Okay. This 3 goes here. What do we do with this information? Wait, so this... I've already got the bottommost. And then this apparently has to be the first... Well, yeah. I guess so. That goes here. So this has to be blank. Wait, we've got 2 more here. And they have to go here. This can't be connected, so it has to go like this. That's a 1. That's a 3, that's a 1. That's the 5. 2 goes in here. These have to be filled out at least. So these are blank. That means that's the only place for the 3 to go, so these are all blank. That's the 1 then. This is also blank. That's this one. There's a 1 here and 1 in either of these 2. This is blank, so that's the 4. This is blank, so this is the 3. This is a 1. There's a 1 here, there's a 1 in either of these, so that connects the 7 down to here. This is blank. 3 goes there. This is a 1, so the other one goes here. These are filled out. This is blank. This is blank. This is blank, so the 1 goes into here. This one goes here. This is blank. That one goes here. This one goes here. Is that a speaker? Yeah, nice.